The current situation that we're really facing is really kind of the perfect storm of supply and demand.
As you prepare for the 4th of July holiday, you might have noticed the cost of beef has gone up. Our ABC 17's Mitchell Kmiz is finding out why the price is rising and how long it could last.
And the ACLU of Missouri is taking the Secretary of State to court. ABC 17's Nia Hinson is breaking down why a lawsuit was filed over the ballot language to reinstate Missouri's abortion ban.
And I'm looking at sunny and dry conditions gearing up for the 4th of July, but more rain is expected into the upcoming weekend. I'll be breaking it all down in my forecast tonight.
ABC 17 News at 10 on KMIZ starts now.
The ACLU of Missouri is suing the Secretary of State, claiming he approved misleading ballot language on abortion. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Lucas Geisler.
And I'm Megan Drakis. A lawsuit from Anna Fitzjames today says HJR 73, which would overturn 2024's Amendment 3, has deceptive language. Our ABC 17's Nia Hinson joins us live in studio tonight. Nia, the new lawsuit lists several alleged violations.
Megan, Lucas, those violations are narrowed down to 3 counts listed in this 17-page lawsuit here. You might remember House Joint Resolution 73, or HJR 73, was approved back in May after the Senate forced a vote. This lawsuit now claims it contains matters not connected to reproductive health care, uses language that is intentionally argumentative, and fails to explain what a yes and no vote means. I talked to Dave Rowland today with the Freedom Center of Missouri to get a better understanding of what this means. Count 1 basically says this measure deals with more than one subject. HJR also addresses things like transgender health care and puberty blockers for young people. The lawsuit claims that doesn't fall under the category of reproductive health care and claims it violates the Missouri Constitution. The second count deals with making sure voters know what they're voting on. The Constitution says the summary statement is supposed to be, quote, true and impartial, but the lawsuit argues that the language used is not fair and could create prejudice. Count 3 is similar to count 2. It deals with ballot language. It allows voters to read what a yes and no vote would do. The only real difference between that and count 2 is that the summary statement is what you'll read when you go into the polling booth. The ballot language is what's posted at the polling place next to a sample ballot. Rowland tells me we have seen a court correct language before, but it's usually rare.
Courts don't like to deal with things that are political. They like to deal with things that are black and white, not subjective. And so, again, it's possible that the courts will accept this invitation to step in and change the summary statement or the ballot title for this particular proposal. But I think it's somewhat unlikely.
The lawsuit asks the court to keep this from going on a ballot or provide an explanation of the consequences of the vote that is more aligned with their views rather than the legislature. Hoskins' office declined to comment on this pending litigation.
Nia, thanks for breaking that down for us tonight. HJR 73 will appear on next year's ballot.
Missouri families firing up the grill this 4th of July weekend may notice a sting at the checkout counter.
Beef prices have hit record highs just in time for peak grilling season. Our ABC 17's Mitchell Kmiz joins us live outside of Aldi in Columbia tonight. Mitchell, both farmers and shoppers are really feeling that squeeze.
Megan, Lucas, Missouri ranks 10th in beef production nationwide, but farmers here and across the country have had to downsize their herds due to recent drought conditions. Now, these recent drought conditions are not the only factor that could make your grocery bill higher if you plan on serving beef this weekend. Ground beef prices hit a record high in May at nearly $6 a pound, marking a 49% increase over the last 5 years. U.S. cattle inventories have dropped to their lowest level in nearly 75 years. The USDA reports just 86.7 million head of cattle, a number not seen since 1951.
Past drought conditions, not just here in Missouri, but across the country, have been a major factor. We have a lot fewer cows than we've had in the past. Fewer cows means fewer calves. Fewer calves means less beef being produced.
That shortage is hitting consumers.
We've got low supply and high demand coinciding right with the perfect grilling season. Markets usually peak around July 4th as people head out to grill and cook steaks. And so we've kind of got this perfect storm created.
When a rancher sends a cow to slaughter, that's one less animal in the herd. To rebuild, ranchers have to save a replacement heifer. But that takes time. It's at least a year before she can breed, 9 more months for a calf, and another 18 months before that calf is ready for market.
We are still sending more cattle to slaughter than saved as replacements. And so when we do turn this around, it's going to take several years to turn that tanker in the opposite direction.
For farmers, it's a physical and emotional burden.
When multiple years of drought occur and they're forced to sell them off because they just don't have anything to feed them, that's a tough decision for them.
The recent drought conditions are not the only thing impacting these high prices. Higher costs for everything that farmers have to buy in the form of feed, fuel, and machinery has also played a factor.
Inflation has hit the farmer pretty hard.
We still haven't hit the bottom on beef cow numbers, it appears. We may still have another year of reduced beef production in front of us, which will tend to support prices, all else equal. So maybe 2027 or even 2028 before we finally see that cycle turn.
Despite the higher prices, consumer demand for beef has remained strong, which is good news for farmers, as the Show-May state produces roughly 1.3 billion pounds annually. Reporting live in Columbia, Mitchell Kmiz, ABC 17 News.
Thank you, Mitch. You can learn more about what's driving up beef prices on our website, abc17news.com.
Highway 63 is back open tonight after it was closed for about an hour when a power line broke today. Boone County dispatchers sent an alert a little after 1:30 this afternoon saying lines were down around Highway 63 and Grindstone Parkway. Right now, we're taking a look at video we got from that scene. Around 3:30, the Columbia Fire Department closed the north and southbound lanes of the highway. While the lines were down, the Columbia Water and Light outage map showed nearly 800 customers without power, which also affected traffic lights. All lanes reopened just before 5 o'clock. Mid-Missouri, this beautiful day today has continued into tonight. Right now, we are taking a live look at the capital city.
Not a bad night to maybe sit outside and enjoy a nice summer night out there. You may want to have an umbrella handy, though, for soon. ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist Chance Gotch is tracking when we could see our next chances of showers and storms in tonight's forecast. Chance?
Yeah, Megan, look, as he said it best, it's been an absolutely beautiful night and temperatures across the region looking pretty comfortable. So if you got out and about, did a little bit of grilling, you were one of the lucky few because you beat the heat that is expected to follow us into the second half this coming week as we head a little bit closer towards Friday's 4th of July celebrations. Now,